and Mithun have developed a small application that is deploying a multi-user WordPress websites on a single server. So let me give you a small demo of what we have done and what we have succeeded in doing. So we have like 5 steps which are main to deploy a multi-user website on a single server environment. So first was setting up an Apache server and database MySQL, setting up a WordPress environment, deployment of different WordPress websites, and then adding plugins for the website to tune up the performance. So let us see first how did we deploy a server on the local computer. So this is XAMPP. So it has an Apache service and it has a MySQL service. So it just by installing the application, we can run a local web server on our local computer. So this is the Apache services. So XAMPP is a local web server which provides Apache services with PHP, MySQL, and Perl. And MySQL has a backend database. So XAMPP stands for something like cross-platform Apache HTTP server, MySQL, PHP, and Perl. So it is a simple, lightweight Apache server distribution that makes it easy for the developer to create a local web server, and so that can be used for small testing purposes. And the software includes everything like set up a web application server, MySQL, PHP engine. So since we will be uploading 2 websites on a web server, we will also need to tweak some of the server variables, which can be which can be done through the PHP ini file. So our Apache and the MySQL server has been started already. So let us check the PHP info. So these are the PHP version. So the PHP version is, I guess, 5.6 for now. We have a MySQL server and all the variables are there. So our local server is running now, and there are some variables that we need to change because we will be having a multi-user WordPress website on a single server. So what we do is we change some of the variables in the core ini file. So there are 2 ini files, basically the production files and the development files. So I have actually grouped them together into a single file just for the representation purpose. So the memory limit of the server has been increased to 128 MB and the max upload file has been increased to 2 megabytes. So, and the display errors, it is upon here, the default value of the displaying errors is on, but on the development phase we keep it on so that we can track what all the data, what all errors we are getting, and in the production we keep it off for aesthetic values. So once this is done, you can also have a check on your logs, the Apache server logs. So these are the Apache server logs, so basically these are small. You can have a track of all your server logs about what the errors, what are the warnings. Then you can also have the MySQL logs. So these are all the logs of the MySQL servers. So if you want to see the MySQL server, this is the MySQL server, the MySQL PHP admin, that is a GUI to refer to the MySQL server. So now let's get on with the websites. So the first is that we are running 2 websites on a single directory. So this is the XAMPP original file system where we have put our 2 websites. So this is the first website and this is the second website. So if you have a look properly, we already have 2 websites running on a server. So this is the first website, which is denoted by my name, and this is the second website which has been given my colleague's name. So these are 2 websites which are running on the web servers. So now the difference is we are running 2 websites on a single server. So it is difficult to run two websites and to manage two websites. So what we have done is we have tweaked the WordPress framework, and we have initiated a double website. I mean, we can have multi sites on a single server. So to do that, we have defined a multi-site variable which is through. This allows us to use to make and develop two websites on a single server. So now if you see this, there is a network admin. These are the dashboards. This is a dashboard of the, this is basically the backend of the both the websites. So I log in through my user credentials, and on my dashboard I can see two websites. So these are the two websites which have been uploaded, the first website and the second website. So this makes it easy for me to govern the two websites, to administer the two websites. I will not need any of, I mean, to individually log into the two different websites and then handle them together. So this is the best thing which I can do here is, this is the first website. I can just directly go and manage my website from the single backend. So this is the first and this is the second. So the best thing more here is you can directly upload themes together, through one single backend. So if it is like, I can install one single theme on both websites directly, parallel. I can add plugins, I can change the settings, I can also use a SEO form, as that is the software engine optimization, through the backend itself. So these are my websites. So if I want to add all the users for the backend, so I have added I have already added 2 users here. Then I can govern each individual websites too. So if I want to post something, if I want to add media, if I want to add, so you can see this is the first website which I am editing here. So if I want to remove one page, if I want to add one page, so it is as easy as it can be. So my direct goal is I'm maintaining these both two websites through a single interface. Also, the best thing is we do not need multiple databases for these two websites. So I do directly have a single database, and to make sure that my two website tables are different, I have just added a prefix before the tables. So these have same DB tables, but the second will have a prefix of W2, so WP2. So by this I can also differentiate my tables, but using the same database itself. So now I can change, so in a normal WordPress website, you can do everything from the backend. So if I show you, this is my first website, that is me. So these are the education details. I've added some demo pages so that it can help me to show you the demos through the website. So these are the simple pages which I wanted to show you. Then there is also a contact me function which has a contact me form, so you can directly if I can show you a small demo of how I can relate to my data. This is a text message. Here I have done it. So at the back end, see, this is the just now. So it is as easy as it can be. Even the second website, I can have post, I can have everything. To make sure that both the websites are working perfectly, on the dashboard of the network admin, I can add plugins. So there are these 3 plugins which are important. So it is a WP cache, one is a caching mechanism, one is the all-in-one WP security. If you check the details of this plugin, it basically helps us in user account security, user login security, user registration security, database security, file system. Then there is a backlist functionality, firewall. So ultimately you can have everything on a single backend section. So you do not need to log in through two different websites and have two different manageability sections, so that if I want to manage my first website, I'll go and log into the first website, and if I have a second website, I'll go and log into the second website. So it's just one panel, and I'm controlling all the three. That is a network admin, my first website, and the second website. So you can add users, you can add multiple websites too. It cannot only limit to say two websites. I can add two too, but for now, for demo purposes, I've just added two websites. Then there are settings. This is my network name basically, so my network contains for two operational websites for now. And then we have users, we have plugins. So plugins, one is a super cache, so that it will help a caching mechanism for the browsers for the websites. Then there is a contact form, DB contact forms, and these are basically the contact form plugins which help us in the we just fill the form before earlier. So this is the same plugin which we've been using. Then there is a sitemap, then there are calendars. So it is pretty easy using this WordPress framework. And by doing this network admin, by allowing the multi-site protocols, so not protocol, I mean multi-site variable, you can have unlimited of websites on your server. But then, to be on a safer side, you just do not want unlimited websites, so it's like just one or two. So the best thing is you can directly activate or deactivate the plugins and all the stuff which you have installed from the backend to directly the user. So if I want to deactivate it on the network, I can just I just wanted to activate it, so I can just activate it on the network, and it will be directly present on these two websites. If I want to deactivate it, I can deactivate it directly. So this is the beauty of what I can do. So instead of having an individual or two separate backend panels, I just have everything on my single backend panel. So this is it, and this is an overview of my website. So you can see the education details, work experience, other experience. Then I have a footer. Then at the home page, I have a moving slider. I have a search. You can also comment on my any of the pages. This needs approval again, so at the back end I can always have an approval. So if you see this, a new post, sorry, that was my mistake, manage comments. So I can directly unapprove, I can delete a comment, I can do anything. So if I want to delete a comment, I can just delete it from the back end. Then this is my second website. So this is it too has a slider, a small slider. Then it has small posts. You can leave a comment as well here. So it's like 3 small posts. Then you have archives, then metadata, and that's it. So you can always have a contact me form, so that all the users can contact you from the website, so you can reply to them and you can have their queries solved or any of these. So this is it. And so the main is the XAMPP, my double multi websites on the multi-user websites on a single server, and then that's it. Thank you for now.